Hi everyone, and hi Michelle. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the painting that I'll be doing my paper on, and it's by Henri Matisse. It's called The Blue Nude. Okay, and I'll also be adding an attachment uh, in the email or in the post for everyone to take a look at. Why don't we get right to it? A couple of things that I noticed in order to try to build my argument up and come up with a thesis. I want to just talk about three main things that I noticed, and then talk about what the arguments are that I'm trying to present with this paper. One of the columns, one of the ideas was about Matisse's representation of the body, and I'll just maybe talk about a few bullets from that. I'm asking questions of what was the importance of anatomy to Matisse? Is the work beautifying or dehumanizing? Questions about the suppleness of the body, how he painted it. Was it a work of appreciation or degradation? Just, along those lines. Issues with objectification and, ownership, possession of the female body. So those are just some ideas that I'm thinking about for that area of representation. Moving over into this blending of between naturalism and abstraction, some of the things I want to find out about is just the shifting forms that are going on in the painting. Um, was Matisse developing a style in and of itself in this painting? What was the role of ornamentation in this painting? Um, Also, there's this idea of the figure versus the person versus the shape. The way he painted this, the female nude, was that there was this blending between shapes and forms, and then also back to this natural-looking human form, and kind of his interplay in that. Was he inventing his own genre of nude painting, or was this specific to his own style? And then also there's this idea of just this ambiguity about this painting's the timelessness in this painting. Um, where in time does this painting exist? Does it evoke fantasy and fiction, and the idea of space and location? And I thought that was really interesting because you have an idea of where it takes place, but it doesn't really give you an idea of when and where. So what did that kind of represent in that painting? So those are the three things: Matisse's representation of the body, this balance between um, naturalism and abstraction, and then also this idea of temporality. Where are we in time and space in this painting, and does that matter? Um, you know, Basically talking about what are some arguments. Definitely dealing with Matisse's feelings towards feminine sexuality and the body. What was his position in relation to the female person, the body, the form, and the figure? A thesis that I have in mind is I like to argue that Matisse's blending from naturalism to abstraction allowed him to explore representation of the female nude figure and also paint the work as individual parts, creating a combination of harmonizing forms and shapes that pointed to his interest in ornamentation. So those are two things that I think were really happening in that painting. And some questions I still need to address. I still need to determine the broader conclusion of the meaning of the painting and what it says about modernism. And what I mean is, just I briefly read about some of the connections of his work to Monet, to Gauguin, and to Kirchner, but I want to strain out what was Matisse's particular role and voice in the exchanges between these artists. And I want to know specifically what this painting was saying in regards to the idea of whether it was primitivism or Orientalism. What was this painting specifically saying? So those are some things that come to mind for this painting. I mean, it's a great piece, very challenging piece, but also a really beautiful piece. And I want to kind of explore a lot of these things um, in my final paper. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to everyone's comments, and also Michelle, your feedback. I think it'll be a really good paper to work on. So those are just some of my ideas, and thank you for watching.